Welcome to Orlando, Florida today at Camping World Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the StaffDNA Cure Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearkats, taking on a team from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearkats offense will have the opening possession of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you're leaving Jesse going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
The Bearkats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Catch in the middle, it's Garza. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Using his legs, it's quarter. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Bearkats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Garza. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Pocket breaking down. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score.
And you've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
To the air, it's Watson. He's got it. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Broncos offense has its first opportunity of the day. Well, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
A nice job by the quarterback there working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver. They get the completion.
And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's caught! Touchdown, Western Michigan!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Off play action on first down. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking to throw, it's Watson. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Buckley. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
the made field goal. They'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's Watson. He's got him. Oh, it's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's Porter. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give out of the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Garza. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Looking downfield on first down. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Dropping back, it's Watson. Quick strike complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Lost a throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Lost a throw again. This time he's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. players deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wants to throw. It's Watson. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Fitted in the window for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And the Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Lowry. That's reeled in, it's Leary. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Broncos are on the move. To the air on first down. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Watson. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Complete in the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Quick catch on 3rd down. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Dropping back, it's Watson. The safe call on the wide receiver screen.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Bearcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Oh, they're after him. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. to move the ball on a drive like that. The most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Leary. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. That's caught, it's Williams. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Going to swing it on second down. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Garza. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That's caught. It's Humphries. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Bearcats come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Back to throw, it's Watson. Grab near the sticks, it's Black. They pick up the first down, they'll mark him at the 34. Gotta be expeditious here. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Porter. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Leary. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, several notable storylines there, and a first half of a Cure Bowl that absolutely had its moments. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cure Bowl.
And the Bearcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Bringing it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Takes it on the return. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
While they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking downfield, it's Watson. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Got it behind the line. It's Porter. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Wants to fire on second down. The short hands, it's Humphreys. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And the Bearkats send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Running to Green. There he goes. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Going to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Bearcats are flying down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Unleashes one deep. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the RPO complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Gives it on the option. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. To a drive there of 84 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll go back to the ground. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. You saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Leary. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. It's Humphries. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Bearcats will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
To throw, it's Lowry. A strike downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Leary. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw for it. Connection to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Snap in the shotgun. Grab behind the line. It's Leary. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Black.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Scanning the field, it's Watson. Quickly out to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Bearcats line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to pass. It's Lowry. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
After that incompletion, fourth and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Takes a handoff. It's Porter. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Bearcats will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll keep it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They stop the return right there, and that will